I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody
beyond ATC,
guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dream's begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the drums begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light.
Hello everyone. You know, flight simulation isn't just about making things realistic. Sometimes, just sometimes, we like to see some fictional stuff, and nothing like taking this beauty of a plane, the Airbus A350, and just make believe. Hello Andrew and welcome. My good friend Andrew is on the chat. Yes, today we're taking the Inibuilds A350 in TAP Air Portugal colors. It's not the first time we've done it, but unfortunately I used to have this very, very poor color livery. And now I've asked a friend, my good friend Icy, to design this livery for me, and I'm very satisfied. The only thing it's missing is the sharklets as we have on the main picture. But anyway, it is a 350. It is TAP Air Portugal as it should, and it's the Charlie Sierra Tango X-Ray X-Ray. That's a very fictional registration, and yeah, let's get right on it, and let's take it to Lisbon. Sorry, to Porto. Today we're taking it to Porto. So it's going to be a very uneventful flight. We do have some weather over the Gulf of Biscaya, just north of Spain. Nothing serious, but it should be enough to give us slight little problems there. I placed it on this heavy gate, but as now I can see that maybe it wasn't a good idea, because this looks like Ryanair gates. So I think we're just gonna, let's see, we are just gonna move it to some other gate before trouble starts. First of all, let's take out these beautiful Trent XWB covers, as well as the Pitot covers here. I believe it's on, when we select them, we take them on both sides. Yep, that's right. Beautiful plane, beautiful livery. I wish TAP Portugal would purchase this plane. I mean, look at this. How amazing is this, huh? Beautiful colors. Huge engines. But anyway, TAP chose the A330 NEO, and I think it wasn't that bad of a choice, to be honest. It is a great plane still, but it's not a 350. Alright, let's go back inside so I can turn on the plane for now, because I need to go to the electronic flight bag. Plane's still loading. see. It's still loading, I think. Can't seem to be moving correctly. This can be a problem. So something's not right. Let's go back outside. Let's go back inside. What the heck is going on here? So this is the pilot. Ah, there it is. All right. Wasn't moving for some reason, but now it is. So first of all, turn on the batteries. Just let them conduct their own power on self-test. There it is. And now external power 1. And beautiful sound as always. So first things first, let's get us to a new gate. So let's disable this so I can work on. So here it is. It's heavy with the safe dock. Let's just warp there. Alright. Takes a moment to load. Looks great. Just confirm outside. Oh my, where are the jetways? All jetways are gone. What the heck happened? GSX is acting out again, isn't it? I just know it. Let's restart Coatal. See if all jetways are gone. Just gone. There's no jetways anywhere. And we did have jetways in previous flights. Still no jetway. Should be connecting there. See. Let's go DNAT. See, bad jetway data. Not sure what happened here. Alright. Need to check what's going on with Manchester. Didn't have this problem earlier in previous flights, so not sure what's going on. Hello Mirsha, welcome. Welcome Mirsha. Been a long time. So let's check out the database. We're still on the correct database. Let's go to flight plan. No flight plan loaded as it should. So let's go to initiate the flight. Company flight plan requested. Received. Insert. Alright, here we go. Manchester to Lisbon. There's our... There it is. So, flight number 359er. 359er heavy. From Manchester to Porto. Alternate is Lisbon. That's what I meant. Runway departure is 23 Lima via Cooksey 1 Yankee. Arrival will be 35. Runway 35 via ASPO 6 Charlie. So I don't know why it duplicates the arrival procedure. Welcome back, Mirsha. It's nice to have you back. Alright. Turn on the nav. IR2 and IR3. Looking good. So IRS being aligned. So our flight plan is loaded, but now we need to go to our data. So first of all, let's confirm it's selecting. Actually, we need to go to comps. Surveillance, no. Comps. ATC comp, there it is. Alright, so we're going to connect through. Connect to beyond ATC. Notify APC ATC. We're going to select Eco Charlie and enter. And see notify aircraft position. Oh, of course, because we need to. Alright, let's just send request for the METARs. Not found. Whoa. Thank you very much. Lisbon not found. Maybe it's because it's the alternate. No biggie. We can fly without. So let's go here to request, clearance, departure. So we are at gate 112 now. Enter, and we got D80's code W whiskey. There it is. Alright, looks like everything is set up. I'm always hesitant. Transfer to mailbox and send. I'm always hesitant because it's more often not working than actually working. So we got a company message. Let's go back here to the AOC to get those messages. Still, this thing still doesn't work as intended. Come on. Alright, so we got the preliminary load sheet in. Actually, we can tell GSX to start loading stuff. Let's load the flight plan here real quick. Port from Simbrief, there it is. And oh, I forgot the standby. I forgot something. Forgot the info bar on the top. Give me a moment, setting it up. Okay, now it's done, and we load the overlay and hide the logo. There it is. Sorry about that, guys. Meanwhile, we got our message from the ATC comm. ATC message cleared for Porto runway 23 Lima via Cooksey 1 Yankee, climb 5 tau. So let's set that 5,000 feet for now. Squawk 1633. 80s whiskey, when ready, call 12185, and if unable, it's always the same message. If unable, revert to voice. Well, we'll comply, send. Let's just go back and check out our clearance. I hate when those messages go away. Return to list. So 1633 for the squawk, pretty similar to what we got in the A320 NEO. 1633, and we got runway 23 Lima via Cooksey 1 Yankee. So let's bring that up here as well, so we can copy the info here. FMS1 ATC message, we got clearance confirmed. Alright, close. Thank you. Back down here, we're going for the flight plan, which is now loaded. I'm going to select departure, runway 23 Lima via Cooksey 1 Yankee. Cooksey 1 Yankee. Simple as that. Oops. Oh, it's already selected. Alright. Temporary flight plan. Temporary insert. Bingo. Everything's set up. Now let's call GSX and tell him to load the passenger, please. As we, yeah, budget with, I don't know what's going on here.
Boarding requested.
We are just going to see passengers floating midair, probably. It's all right. So let's Simbrief and port, set 0 fuel weight, set the fuel, instant refuel, done. And all passengers. So we only have a couple of no-shows in the first class section. Business class is full as well as economy.
You will not see passengers visually.
Yeah, thank you. I have a problem with this airport. Not sure what's happening here. Need to verify my GSX profile for this airport. Alright, so we're still lining up INS, and so we can't really request DATs there, but we already have it here. So we got our clearance in, we can continue to set up our planes. So INS is aligning, cruise supply set on. Going back up here, let's fire test all systems, engine 1, engine 2 and APU at the same time. We got ECAM status, master warning, we got both fire on the pedestal fire warnings and all 3 push buttons as well as the squibs for each section. APU only has 1, each engine has 2. Tested. Set up constraints. We're gonna set this up later. As for the DATs, let's set up the current altimeter 1011, 1011, and on the standby here 1011. Set and cross-checked. Got it. So we got cargo doors, but not the main doors because this airport is borked for some reason. Not sure what happened there. Alright, so let's go back to flight ops. Let's go through terminal charts. Let's pick our departure. So let's go here through our DEP. And we got Elvo's list. Is this departure? No, this is departure. Alright. And we got... which one is it? Cooksay. That was right there. Alright, it's Cooksay. Probably hidden here somewhere. Cooksay. There it is. So we're gonna pin this one as well as the airport pin. This is what we're gonna see. So right now we're parked here and runway 23 Lima right here for departure. So we're gonna have a long taxi down here for sure. Still loading well, the passengers have apparently been all loaded. 133, or actually 310 passengers out of 324. Oh, look at that. They're going away apparently. They saw me on the cockpit and said, nah, not today. Let's go for ARC for now, because we're gonna set it up for our BTV here. Alright, so ground operations. All doors are mainly closed. Yeah, it's like if you look here, when we first load the passengers, they were all filled, all seats were full, but now they looks like some of them have second thoughts and left. It's just the way the plane kind of sets up, because you can see here that we're supposed to load 310 passengers, but there's definitely less than that now. Out of the 324. 324 would be the full passengers loaded. So we do have the fuel. We're gonna check out our EFB in a moment. Load sheet, terminal chart, en route. So no, so we need to come down here. Alright. So we can close this. And we got cost index 23. Always good to confirm that. Expected fuel on board will be 20,000 kilograms, 20,100. Yes, that's pretty much it. Step climbs. This is very important to take into account. So we will request flight level 400 out of BEPI or BEPI. Where is BEPI? There it is. So yeah, right this at this steer point here. This is when we're going to request our step climb. This should be already in our flight plan info. So not enough. Where is that? Oh, it's in the performance. Sorry. So not here. I kind of mixed these two menus for some reason. So here in cruise, we are going to have our step climbs preset, or we should have these buttons. I keep pressing them. There it is. We're probably not going to go through Salco. Most of the times this flight level change is because of different philosophies, if you want, for flight level attributes in each country. Some countries divide the country in north and southbound, others in east and westbound, and when that happens you either need to be on even or odd altitudes. This is most likely that, but Beyond ATC is very picky about that. Sometimes it let us do it, sometimes it doesn't let us do it. So I'm going to go for flight level 400 at BEPI, and if I can go to flight level 410, that's even better. So we'll see. We'll try it later. Alright, flight plan is inserted for now. We just need the performance. We're still loading passengers and cargo apparently, and we're going to need to wait. So takeoff. We're going to sync with Simbrief because this is our predicted one. We'll resync this later. And apparently we had this issue with the Phoenix as well. Apparently it's not enjoying capturing wind data from the sim for some reason. This is only happening in FSSim update 5. Something changed. But we can insert it by hand, no problem. So populate from last flight, search, and let's go Manchester. So wind right now is 290 at 12. Whoops. 290 at, oh my god, 12. Alright. Temperature is 11. And QNH is 1011. Done. Compute. And there it is. We got runway 23 Lima. We got V1 142, VR 143, V2 148. We're going to take off with flaps 1F and thrust reduction at 1,221 feet. Our trim for takeoff is 30.0.6, flex to temperature is 67, and we're expecting TODA of 3,290 feet. That's a long takeoff. Plane's not that heavy. Boarding complete. Nice. We can start our APU now as we're about to depart. Just love this little shader for no reason. Alright, let's go here to our ground, tune it in, but we're not going to request anything for now. Alright, we can now send our performance to our flight plan here. So let's go here to, we got our INS aligned, so let's go here to our weight and balance. Let's set it up. So we have a 175.1 on the zero fuel weight. 175.1. We got zero fuel weight set to 30.4. And our block fuel is going to be 20.1. Done. As for passengers, we got 310. Done. Alright, everything's set up right now in terms of performance, but now we need to tell the plane the V speeds. For that, we're going to import those from our takeoff performance. Send to FMS. There it is. Confirm V speeds 142, 143, 148. Done. We're going to take off flag 67, take off trim for 30.6. Packs will be on, NTI is not required. Flaps 1 set. Transition set to 5 thou, although we are only clear for that altitude anyway. We can also request from the company takeoff. It's going to do pretty much what we did there with the EFB. Done. Alright, let's go through the checklist now. Cockpit preparation. Gear pins and covers have been removed. Fuel quantities 20.1. Seat belts, oh, we need to set that up. Good call. Our APU is on. Everything turns on at this point. Alright, Amondo. Fuel quantity set and barrel reference 1011, 1011, and 101 set and cross-checked. Right, let's jump immediately to the next checklist. Before start checklist, parking brake is set. Takeoff speeds. So we are going to bring that up here in performance. Takeoff speeds and thrust 142, 143, 148, S4, V1, VR, and V2. Flag set 67. Done. Slides. Let's harm those slides. Where is that? Ground. Slides. Done. Oops. Done. Right, slides are armed. We're gonna set up our beacon light. Low nav, not beacon. Done. And nose wheel steering, we're gonna wait for the connection first. We got company messages. Meanwhile, let's go back to message list. Final load sheet. So let's confirm zero fuel weight 172.7, which is not what we inserted, is it? It's not at all what we inserted, but it's weird. Where is this coming from? Total passengers 324. That's not correct. It's 310. This entire load sheet is bogus. Let's ignore that. So we confirm this. So this is our clearance for Porto. Let's go back here and see if the D80 is now working. There it is. And do we have? No, we do not. All right, doesn't matter. Still have the D80s. We don't need that for now. We already have the weather inside, but we're going to monitor for Porto for sure. Let's go here for flight plan, and here we go for performance. Everything's set up. So let's go back to the checklist before start, and let's call it in for Beyond ATC. Request push and start. Of course, this needs to be loaded in.
405 Rhino 6 from Sierra, Quebec. Have a good evening. Air Portugal 359 Heavy at gate 44 right, request pushback and engine start.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, Manchester ground, pushback and engine start approved. Fly southwest.
Pushback approved, fly southwest. Air Portugal 359
Hello,
Heavy.
Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Betsy's here with us. Alright, if you're ready for pushback, just tell me when. We don't see anybody. Let's go outside just in case.
Departure check completed.
There go the wing walkers.
Inserted.
Alright, bypass pin insert, so nose wheel steering disconnected, memo checked. There it is, nose wheel steering disconnected. Alright, good to
Alpine
go.
80 Victor Victor, taxi to Stanford via Alpha Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Delta Charlie Lima.
Taxi to Stanford via Alpha Foxtrot Alpha Bravo Delta Charlie Lima Alpine 82 Victor Victor.
We are supposed to face
Be
southwest.
advised, information X-ray now current TNH 1011.
1011 set and cross check.
ED8 1 Zulu Victor, request taxi.
ED8 1 Zulu Victor, taxi via Lima, Papa, Delta Zulu, Tango, hold short of runway 23 right.
All doors are closed.
Delta Zulu, Tango, holding short of runway 23 right. ED8 1 Zulu Victor.
Yeah, that's the one.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released. And of course we also need to release the external power and remove the chocks.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Start number 1. Shame the gates aren't here. Really shame. Need to review what's going on with this airport. Maybe one of my profiles has gone bogus. Probably.
EZ8 1 Zulu Victor, via Delta Zulu cross runway 23 right, taxi to holding point Tango, runway 23 left, via Papa, Delta Zulu Tango.
Via Delta Zulu, cross runway 23 right, taxi to holding point Tango, runway 23 left, via Papa, Delta Zulu Tango, EZ8 1 Zulu Victor.
EZ8 1 Zulu Victor, contact Manchester Tower 119.405, good day.
Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting the pumps?
EZ8 1 Zulu Victor.
It's the bane of my existence. So they're gonna move us forth. 1 started, start number 2. This was complete. After start checklist, anti-ice will not be required. Set up our ground surveillance.
Please set parking brakes.
Parking brake is set.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Here comes number 2. Available. Set norm. APU bleed off. Master switch off. Alright, we can call it in.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
So we're facing southwest, more or less. So we need to taxi all the way down here and then runway 23 Lima. This one here. So probably gonna make a left-hand turn and then follow off the taxiway down. After start checklist, flight controls checking,
Tow truck disconnected.
full
Bypass
deflection
removed.
left, thank you, neutral,
Is clear. Right
full
is
deflection
clear.
right, neutral, full pitch up, neutral, full pitch down, neutral, full rudder left, neutral, full rudder right, neutral. Takeoff trim is 30.7, should be 30.6, no, that's 30.9, 30.6 set. Goodbye. Flight controls have been checked. And ground clearance received. Checklist, after start checklist complete. I always forget to press this. Alright, taxi checklist now. Let's request.
Air Portugal 359
Flap setting,
request
set flaps
taxi
1.
to the active.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, taxi by November Alpha Echo, Papa, hold short of runway 23 right.
Taxi by November Alpha Echo Papa, holding short of runway 23 right. Air Portugal 359 heavy.
Alright, so November Echo and Papa. So November. So this is November Echo right here and Papa, and hold short of runway 23 Lima. So let's go through Echo, then Papa. We are right now on NA, so let's go. Taxi lights on. Just confirm we got everything set up. Let's go. Taxiing for the active.
Taxi to stand 47 via Bravo Delta, Bravo, Foxtrot, Kilo, Juliet, Logan 597.
Start moving, baby. I know you're a heavy girl, but come on. My bad. Always something, alright? There we go. So I'm gonna set up the radar closer to the runway, not just now. We don't want to toast everybody with radiation. Although it says to turn it on right now, but let's not do that. The radar can be set up here. So we're now at, just need to understand where must I turn now. So carrying on, which one is it? So Echo to our left, let's carry on left side. There's a nice 787 Dreamliner here. Close this for now. No one cares about the Jet 2 320, 321 actually. It's very. Need to be careful with the taxi speeds on this jet because it just wants to go. Now the jetways are here. What the heck? It's weird, man. Jetways here, but not where I parked. Very weird. I need to review the GSX profile. So we're still on Echo, then we need to go to Papa. Yep. Not a very complex airport, but still you need to follow the charts correctly. And we're accelerating like crazy again. Cabin's still not ready. Set auto brake RTO. It's just waiting for the cabin now. Papa to the left, right here. You can see it here. So let's go to Papa here. short runway. So this is Papa 3, and now we're going to hold short runway on the visual holding point up ahead and request to cross. That's the visual holding point where the red lights are. Hello, sorry, Drexy.
Air Portugal 359 heavy.
Here we go.
Short of
Let's
runway
brake
23
here.
right. I'll call you back.
Hold short of runway 23 right.
And we'll be
Air Portugal
holding short. Oh
359
my,
heavy.
that's why. It's a Dreamliner landing here. What company is that? Is that Biman? Biman Bangladesh. Yes, looks like Biman. I know it from the colors because the airplane's letters were... I couldn't read those. We can now set up our radar. Let's turn on the radar. WX. This one for terrain. There's no airplanes apparently coming. That Dreamliner still departing. Looking stunning as ever, Betsy. And Biman Dreamliner is taking its sweet time to leave the air. Oh, that was abrupt.
Air Portugal 359 heavy. Via Delta Zulu cross runway 23 right. Taxi to holding point Tango. Runway 23 left. 5
All right.
power. Delta Zulu Tango.
5 Delta Zulu cross runway 23 right. Taxi to holding point Tango. Runway
Delta
23
Zulu
left,
Tango,
5 power,
and hold
Delta
Tango
Zulu
1.
Tango.
Yeah.
Air Portugal 359 heavy.
Bangladesh 207
Holding point
heavy.
Tango.
Taxi standard 2 by Alpha Golf. Alpha Bravo Delta November Delta.
Taxi to stand 32 via Alpha Golf, Alpha Bravo Delta November Delta. Bangladesh.
Approaching 2-3 right.
2-3 right. Confirmed. Let's cross it. No one on the left. No one on the right.
Magic Sun 3 Golf Tango at 55 left. Request push back and engine stop.
Magic Sun 33 Golf Tango. Manchester ground. Pushback approved. High southwest.
Let's go outside and appreciate the beauty of this beautiful plane.
Southwest Magic Sun 3 Golf Tango.
Oh, don't
Air
want to.
Portugal 359 heavy. Contact Manchester Tower 11 minute decimal 405. Bye bye.
Over to Tower 11 minute decimal 405. Air Portugal 359
I just
heavy.
need to confirm where I'm going now. 'Cause I think we need to go through Tango. Yep, all the way. And hold right here at the visual holding point. And we want to take the displaced threshold here.
Approaching 2-3 left.
Alright. So let's turn on. Oh, the radar has been turned on. Set parking brake. Radar is on, and takeoff config, press and hold. Done. So we're ready for departure. Cabin has been secured. We have takeoff runway confirmed. Packs 1 and 2 will be turned on. We're ready to go. Let's call it in.
Air Portugal 359 heavy. Holding short. Runway 23 left.
Nice place.
Air Portugal 359 heavy Manchester Tower. 1290 degrees. 12 knots. Runway 23 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 23 left. Cleared for takeoff. Air Portugal
There we go.
359 heavy.
Set for takeoff, parking brake off. Set this to performance. We need to confirm that checklist is done. Done, and now back to performance. There we go. We are going to use the displaced threshold for departure. It's not used for landing, just for departure. It allows big planes to have some extra room.
On runway 23 left.
Confirmed. Brake here. Just to set everything for departure here. And there we go. We're fully ready. No need for the chrono. Flex set 67 SRS. Airspeed alive. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Smooth like a baby's butt. Love this plane. Thrust climb. Speed check, flaps up. Going for Scottish control. Autopilot 1 engaged. After the takeoff checklist. We're following the procedure here. A little off track. First constraint 2,500 feet. The managed climb will manage that. Actually, it's not in managed climb, but it will follow the correct procedure. There it is. We already got clearance to flight level 110, but it's not gonna overshoot that for now. It's gonna comply with the constraint as it should. We still have another constraint after that for Cuxon 5,000. We're gonna stay at 5,000 all the way. This constraint here is set plus 2,500, so we need to be above 2,500. But these two, they are altitude restrictions. And we're going to be slightly in the soup, but the radar says it's clear, no rain, so that's good.
Scottish control, Magic Sun 33 Golf Tango 1,300 feet. Magic Sun 33
Yeah, we are in Scotland, aren't we?
Control identified, climb to flight level
QNH set standard.
Climb to flight level 170, Magic Sun 33 Golf Tango.
And cross-check. So you see the altitude hold indicator is magenta, that means it's a constraint. And we're going to stay in this constraint for a little while. Let's go outside. Yeah, goodbye Manchester. Actually, let me pick a different camera. Beautiful plane. Beautiful livery. This is the 900, A350-900. Currently flying, there are 3 variants of the A350. So there's this one, the A350-900 original. Then you have the A350-900 ULR, which is the ultra long range variant with extra fuel tanks. And you got the A350-1000. Currently, Virgin Atlantic is testing the A350-1000 ULR, but that's still not flying yet. So now we are going to climb again to our flight level 110, because we are departing now the restriction here out of Cookson. And as we do so, we're going to go en route. Yeah, we are going through Scotland right now. When we arrived, we went through mainland England, but now we are crossing Scottish airspace, my dear friend Andrew's home. So going back here to the chat, sorry, yeah, Scotland. That's Biman, yeah, that was Biman, Bangladesh. Thank you, Trexie. I'm doing great. How are you, Trexie, today? Finishing plane spotting? So we're gonna get a new climb clearance. Lots of EasyJet flights.
London Control, Air Portugal 359 heavy, through flight level 087 for flight level 110 direct looking.
Speed, altitude, star.
Air Portugal 359 heavy.
Let's go for 230.
Contact, climb to flight level 230.
Climb to flight level 230, Air Portugal 359 heavy.
It's good to manage climb. Beautiful cloud layer today. And Betsy, of course, always gorgeous. I don't want that sun to burn your pretty face there. Did that filter the light? Nah. It almost looked like it did, but it didn't. Wow, too bad. This plane is a rocket, look at that. We're flying for 6 minutes and we're already above 10,000 feet. Beautiful and fast. Very, very sleek airplane. Just love the A350. It is my favorite airplane. Not just to fly, but I think it's a beauty and it's an engineer's dream to build something like this. It's not just efficient, great engines, great materials to build it. It's also very beautiful to look at. So, as we said earlier, we're going to have to stay until BEPI, or BEPI. This is when we're going to request flight level 400. So for now, we're going to remain at this altitude. We can switch off terrain here, switch it back to weather. And I need to check my squawk settings. So go back into surveillance and set above for now. I forgot to set that up. Alright, so now the only next checklist we need to perform will be approach, so quite some time. We can circle around the main pages, especially update this regularly. We can set it to update automatically, but this will constantly call in, so we might as well just update when we get closer, so we can get the correct weather on the arrival. For some reason, no airport found for Lisbon. That's very odd. Let's see if we update. Will it see Lisbon? It's probably going to take a while now. So, no weather. You can see here at BEPI, it's going to call us to request the step climb for the next point. next altitude level.
London Control.
So we are going to request it after ATHUS.
Climb to flight level 350, Magic Sun 33 Golf Tango.
Yeah, step ahead. So let's call.
Logan 678, contact Royalsway approach 135.905.
Contact Ronaldsway approach 135.905, Logan 678.
As soon as we hit flight level 230, we will call it in to request the new altitude. And I think we're gonna need to request an odd number, so probably 410 instead of 400.
Romeo, Quebec, flight level 2590.
Ryanair 187 Kilo, descend to flight level 100.
Descend to flight level 100, Ryanair 187 Kilo.
Ryanair 37 Romeo, Quebec, London Control, good evening, identified, climb to flight level 330.
Climb to flight level 330, Ryanair 37 Romeo, Quebec.
Here we go.
Jenston 78 Hotel, radar vectors, ILS runway 32, report ready for descent. Radar vectors, ILS runway 32.
And wait for our turn to speak.
Jenston 78 Hotel. Jenston 78 Hotel.
Not
Leeds
yet.
Bradford landing runway 32. Leeds Bradford landing runway 32, Jenston 78 Hotel.
London Control, Air Portugal 359 Heavy, request flight level 400.
Jenston 78 Hotel, contact lead approach 134.58. Contact lead approach 134.58, Jenston 78 Hotel. Ryanair 37 Romeo, Quebec, London
it's gonna take a moment.
Expect Donovan Golf, runway 26 left.
Expect Donovan Golf, runway 26 left, Ryanair 37 Romeo, Quebec.
Air France 1886, Perth 1 Golf, runway 24. Report ready for descent. Perth 1 Golf, runway 24, ready for descent. Air France 1886. Air France 1886, descent to 3,000 feet, QNH 1006. Descent to 3,000 feet, Air France 1886. Air France 1886, contact
Still
Edinburgh approach
not us.
128.98. Contact Edinburgh approach 128.908, Air France 1886. Ryanair 77 Sierra Romeo, contact Manchester Director 121.355.
And we're past.
Contact Manchester Director 121.355.
Step deleted because we didn't fulfill it.
77 Sierra Romeo. Air Portugal 359 Heavy, confirm new altitude flight level 400.
Affirmative.
Air Portugal 359
Here we
Heavy,
go.
Roger, climb to flight level 400.
It's
Climb to
already-
flight level
it's already
400,
climbing anyway.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy.
This is what we want. And we're gonna get 400 after helmet.
Easy 629 to par. Contact
Oh,
Scottish
Clacky.
Control 119.
Not at all what I was reading from afar. After Clacky, we'll get flight level 400.
Good evening. London Control.
So I see that I have an airplane ID error on my status bar. Let me correct that.
London Control, good evening. Radar contact, climb to flight level 370.
Sorry about that, by the way.
370, Ryanair 67 uniform. Fly 92 Mike, contact Belfast approach 134.8. Contact Belfast approach 134.8, fly 92 Mike.
And should be
Ryanair
fixed.
187 Kilo, crossing Metro above flight level 090, then descend to flight level 070.
Cross Seacom level above flight level 090, then descend to flight level 070, Ryanair 187 Kilo.
Logan 65 Kilo, map, turn right, heading 000. Vectors for Dundee Airport. Turn right.
Heading 000, that's a big no-no. It should be 360. I think I reported that to Beyond ATC because I've seen this happening. And in fact,
Ryanair 37 Romeo Quebec.
let it be.
Golf. Runway 26
It's not
left.
important.
Report ready for descent.
Still not updated.
Runway 26 left, ready for descent. Ryanair 37 Romeo Quebec.
Ryanair 37 Romeo Quebec. Descend to 4,000 feet. GNH 1011.
Descend to 4,000 feet. Ryanair 37 Romeo Quebec.
Atari 2 Yankee Heavy. Contact Manchester Director 121.355.
now it's fixed.
Contact Manchester Director 121.355 at Atari 2 Yankee Heavy.
Ryanair 37
Sorry about
Romeo Quebec. Contact Gatwick
Status
approach
bar
121.025.
showing an Airbus A321 NEO instead of a 350. Was from the last flight I performed with the status bar.
Magic Sun 33
Now it's
Golf
corrected.
Tango. Contact London Control 118.475.
Contact London Control 118.475 Magic Sun 33 Golf Tango. Have a good evening.
Shamrock 3 Yankee Romeo. London Control. Expect tip of 2 Delta. Runway 24.
Alright, let's go and watch the plane from the outside view. It deserves. It deserves it. Let me see if the cameras are set up. So this is the normal chase camera, tail camera, pretty good. Belly camera, pretty good as well. Another chase cam, and back to the other chase cam. Yeah, pretty standard. Let me see if my shortcuts are working. Yeah, it looks like it's working. So, I've been talking about Chase Plane for quite some time. It is one of the most robust apps I purchased recently. I really think that they did a great job with this. So let me just rename this to just overhead instead of overhead panel. In all caps,
London Control,
just
speed
overhead.
4 Juliet, flight level 325.
Done.
Speed 4 Juliet. London
And
Control. Good evening. Radar contact. Continue flying
so
to flight
this will
level
be
340.
just called
Continue
tail.
flight level 340, speed 4 Juliet.
Sun Express 3
Just
November,
tail.
November. Contact Manchester Director 121.355.
Contact
This
Manchester
one.
Director 121.355 Sun Express 3 November.
Should be called
Belly.
Belly.
level 360.
There it is. Belly. Alright.
Possibly 1325.
That's
London Control.
more like
identified.
S4 engine. Look at that. Look at the engine vibrating. This is pretty cool. Very, very cool. So this should be cabin, probably. No, should be engine. I think that's how I called it. Engine. So capital E. So what I'm doing is I'm just renaming these cameras so they can have preset shortcuts.
Shamrock 3 Yankee Romeo. Triple 2
But
Delta.
you can
Runway
set this
24.
up with however you like. You can set these keys to preset these cameras, or you can just press this menu. But I like to close the menu, and now I can use my preset keys to look at the important stuff like the overhead panel, the belly, the tail, the engine. So pretty cool feature for this, and it's very easy to use. It takes a little while to get used to it. It looks a bit intimidating because you need to do this for every plane. But if you don't want to do any of these, any of what I've done, it's alright. You can still operate with this menu. For example, just set you up for the FMS, center pedestal, MCDU, pilots, co-pilots, So pretty easy to use.
2316,
But
descend to
if
flight
you want to
level
be more
160,
accurate, you can actually pick up, let's say you pick this one up and you want to edit it. Pretty simple. You just press adjust. And for example, I don't like it. It's a little twisty. Oops. We can just adjust it here to be more straight forward. A little bit to right there. And now you can save the position. So, and you can do all sorts of things. You can also set it to look like a GoPro. So I'm going to set a new camera. You guys are going to see how that is. So you see, press create, and you say it's a fixed or hard mounted camera. There it is. And now you adjust it. So let's say if I want to put it on my left shoulder, just like the GoPro cameras we usually see on board these flights from set up by pilots. They look really cool. So a little bit aft. So you see it's fairly easy to use. So let's say the guy set it up here, a little more to the right. And now adjust the angle.
Contact channel control 132.15.
And if I want, I can even get it like a fisheye effect. Done. So something like that. Maybe this camera's perspective isn't that good, so you can easily adjust it. A little bit to the right, a little bit lower, so you can set it a little down. And look at that. You can easily set up a GoPro camera. I just want to adjust it right there. And now we can zoom in just a little bit upwards, like that. And now you can even set stuff like the horizon gimbal. So if you turn this on, the camera will rotate with the horizon, and it will give you a very funky effect. It's not really cool for airliners, but it's very cool for smaller planes. You can also set it. Let's save this one. You can also set it to be used in cinematics. Again, the horizon gimbal, and of course you can give it a name. So I'm going to call it GoPro. No sponsorship. And yeah, now the camera will show up here. There it is, and it's easy as that. You press it and you're there. And you can even set it to show up on the cinematics just as I did. Pretty easy to use. I love it. Let's go back to the main cockpit. I'm not sponsored by Chaseplane. It's something there are a few programs I purchased. They are not that expensive. This is one of them. They are very, very robust. And once you go Chaseplane, you don't want to come back. I mean, look at this. I'm going to press a button called Cinematic Camera, and it's going to go through. It's going to cycle. You can select how fast it cycles. It's going to cycle through some cinematic cameras, and they really are dramatic. We'll see. So you see the camera is slightly panning, as if a drone's following the plane. It will switch sides. There's also a flyby camera, pretty cool. And if you're a plane enthusiast, there's my GoPro camera, you see. It's a little crooked. I need to line it up. It's not good. So let's bring it back.
Descend to 3,000 feet, easy 3210.
It's called bring up the GoPro. You can also change positions, so maybe it's better. It's right here. And we edit, adjust again, and now we're actually gonna use this to line up the horizon because it's not really good. So we're gonna roll slightly to make it a little less crooked. There it is. That's more like it. We can also set it up here with my PFD. It looks straight. Alright. Again, you can turn on the horizon gimbal. Each time the plane turns, only the cockpit will turn, the horizon will stay steady. But I prefer this to be like a GoPro, so you can also pan around and check on Betsy without her looking. Pretty cool. Back to cockpit. Now let's go outside. See, this is one of the cinematic cameras. Pretty awesome, if you ask me. Alright, so we're gonna... This is about a 2 hours and a half flight. So right now I'm gonna take a little pause until we reach the top of climb, and after that we'll continue the flight. So be right back. I'll be watching the chat, so if anything you want to ask, feel free to do so.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, contact London Control 118.475, have a good evening.
Centre on 118.475, Air Portugal 359 Heavy. London Control, Air Portugal 359 Heavy, flight level 400.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, London Control identified.
London Control, Ryanair 67 uniform, flight level 370.
Ryanair 67 uniform, London Control identified.
London Control, Channel 67 Mike, crossing flight level 306 for flight level 370, direct impact.
Channel 67 Mike, London Control identified.
London Control, Ryanair 5 Romeo Victor, flight level 355.
Ryanair 5 Romeo Victor, London Control, good evening. Radar contact, continue climb to flight level 386.
Continue climb to flight level 386, Ryanair 5 Romeo Victor.
Magic Sun 33 Golf Tango, contact Amsterdam radar 119.175.
Contact Amsterdam radar 119.175, Magic Sun 33 Golf Tango, bye bye.
Ryanair 1693, contact London Control 118.775.
Contact London Control 118.775, Ryanair 1693.
Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo, London Control, expect Abbott 1 Zulu, runway 22.
Expect Abbott 1 Zulu, runway 22, Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo.
Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo, Abbott 1 Zulu, runway 22. Report ready for descent.
Abbott 1 Zulu, runway 22, ready for descent. Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo.
Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo to 76,000 feet, QNH 1011.
76,000 feet, Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo.
Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo, contact Sunset approach 136.2.
Contact Sunset approach 136.2, Ryanair 23 Yankee Bravo.
Ryanair 8985, contact Brest Control 120.15.
Contact Brest Control 120.15, Ryanair 8985.
Easy 12 Quebec X-ray, London Control. Expect a lorry 9 Echo with the lorry Lambda have 1 whiskey transition, runway 27 right.
Expect a lorry 9 Echo with the lorry Lambda have 1 whiskey transition, runway 27 right, Easy 12 Quebec X-ray.
And I'm back.
Heavy contact Brest Control 124.725 today.
Contact Brest Control 124.725 Air Portugal 359 Heavy. Brest Control, Air Portugal 359 Heavy, flight level 400.
O último foi aquele de Castelo Branco, combate a incêndios. Mas a ver se faço mais com o Black Hawk. Eu gostava que eles lançassem o H60, porque este é o MH60, é diferente do que nós temos aqui em Portugal. Mas pronto, é o que temos. I was talking with Denise about my last flight. I flew the MH60 in a firefighting program called FS Fire, and I was looking forward to make more flights with it. Not specifically about firefighting. I would like to make a few flights for search and rescue and all that. But I also like to use a more simple helicopter because I think that one's a little bit complex. We got an airplane in our path here, so let me go back to the cockpit and have a look. TCAS would be screaming by now, but still, it's 1,500 feet below us. I can see the contrails on the external camera. Let's see if we can see it. Let's see, where is it? Somewhere over there. It's a little offset. Can definitely see the contrails, but it's beneath us, no big deal. go back inside. Enough of this. It's actually overtaking us. That's a Ryanair. That's a 737. It's overtaking an A350. How about that? How fast can he be? We are at Mach 0.84. He's 1,500 feet beneath us, and it's overtaking us. Experimentar o AT802 Alpha. Agora não dá outro. Denise, agora estou a voar para o Porto. agora não posso, mas podemos fazer no futuro. Denise is suggesting a flight on the air tractor, firefighting aircraft. We can make one, but not just right now. As you would realize, we're coming up on the French airspace via Nantes. In fact, we're going to time accelerate real quick. So let me see if I remember how to do it on this plane, because I sometimes forget about it. So that's auto zoom. I think it's simulation. Yeah, there it is. So let's go to auto. Let's time accelerate. There it goes. Now we're overtaking that Ryanair, that pesky 737. How dare you overtake us? Sim, tudo bem, Diniz. Podemos fazer voo no Air Tractor. Não é uma prioridade, porque ainda não começou a época de incêndios e aquele programa usa informação em tempo real. Mas sim, podemos fazer no futuro próximo, está bem. Não é um avião que eu gosto muito de voar, mas eu gosto de voar qualquer coisa. So we're time compressed. I was just explaining to Denise in Portuguese that yeah, we will make a flight, firefighting flight in the near future. Just not right now, of course, but we will make one. We're coming up on the equal time point. That's that green circle there. Well, rocket engines or not, we just overtook it, so we're gonna get there way faster than we can. We should already been sent to Brest. Oh, we are in Brest control. So Brest is divided in multiple sectors, but they're not depicted here. But this is one major sector here, but within Brest there are different stations apparently. Tudo bem, Diniz, só que os incêndios em si, eu espero que não haja nenhuns, mas os incêndios em si, com aquele programa eu tenho que, este programa que eu estou aqui a falar, o FS Fire, ele só me dá informação de voos de incêndios em tempo real. Portanto, por exemplo, estes dois aqui têm dois fogos aqui na zona de França, porque ele está a ir apanhar esta informação em tempo real. Obviamente que se houver fogos naquela altura, isto será populado com esses fogos em tempo real. Se não houver, a gente cria fogos. Não é uma coisa assim positiva, mas pronto, podemos fazer isso, não há problema. Isto é só simulador também. Meanwhile, let's request our data for Porto. So let's just press here update, see if the METAR changed. That was quick. So this is from 1910 Zulu time, just now. So Porto IT's Tango, it's 1806, so a little late. This is Zulu time, so 6 minutes late. I'm kidding, it's right on time. It's 310 at 7, variable 280 by 340. Visibility 999 or so, pretty much KVOC. Few clouds at 1400, few clouds at 2000. Temperature 160.13. QNH 109. Runway 35 in use. Transition level, flight level 040. Acknowledge receipt of information. Tango advised. Aircraft type up, first contact. O Canadair. Pois não é um modelo assim muito fiel, o Canadair. É assim um modelo assim um bocado. O Air Tractor é que pode ser um bocadinho melhor nesse aspecto. Vamos ver. Depois a gente experimenta e vê. Ah, ok. Boa. O 415 é um avião, os motores, I'll say it in English, the Canadair 415 that we previously tested here with firefighting missions wasn't that good. It tended to accelerate too much on idle. It was really nasty. It tended to go over speeding all the time. It's fine for flight, normal flying, but I think that plane is it's overestimated, I think, by flight sim. The 215. That's the radial engine, the Canadair. LPCB or Castelo Branco is more of a local regional airfield, but during fire season it's one of the many bases of operations for firefighting aircraft, mainly where the Canadair and the Air Tractors are based. This year we'll have the Blackhawks coming in, so this will be the first year the Blackhawks will be used in firefighting, so we'll see where they're stationed. Let's go back here to our OFP, to routing. Let's see, we're expecting runway 35 via Asport 6 Charlie. So let's set that up. So we don't have ILS on this runway, so we're gonna probably request a VOR DME or RNAV. Yeah, let's do RNAV via Akulu. And now the star will be Asport 6 Charlie. Alright, so let's review that specific approach. So let's select here approach arrival first. So Asport 6 Charlie, this is it. This is the RNAV for runway 35. This is the 6 Charlie right here, all the way down here, and then turn right to the visual approach. So let's select this one. Not sure if it's the one we're gonna get, but still, it's gonna be a visual approach, which is not exactly something that I would like to do. I'm gonna try to request the RNP for runway 35, see if we can get it, because the RNP is a little more precise for the approach. So let's insert that for now. Actually, let me confirm. Yeah, RNAV 35. Alright, and this is it. Temporary insert. Let's go back here to performance. Approach. Let's insert the METAR data. Let's go here to surveillance. Actually, ATC COM. DATs. Alright. So right now, thank you. So right now the wind is 310 at 7. 1016, sorry. And QNH is 1019er. Barrel minimums, it's going to be 480 according to the charts. 480, done. So now all we need to do is wait for the confirmation that we can request the RNP. We're coming up on our top of descent, 120 nautical miles till the top of descent. I will reduce the sim rate as we get closer to it.
Contact Madrid Centre 118.275.
Barton, alright.
359 heavy. Madrid Centre, Air Portugal 359 heavy, flight level 400.
Air Portugal 359 heavy, Madrid Center, radar contact.
So we're now in Spanish airspace, and we're going to get our clearance pretty soon. Well, maybe Draxi wants to fly to Castel Branco, Dinesh. There's no direct flights, but who knows. We've been flying in sim for 1 hour and 20 minutes, more or less. You can see the flight time here, where my little mouse hand is pointing at. Being curious is what makes us stay alive, I suppose. Always be curious, Draxi. Alright, 80 nautical miles. We never turned off the seatbelt, so let's not bother ourselves with that for now. Let's just bring the descent checklist for now. Not to connect the flight plan. Let's put it back on the flight plan here. FMS2, flight plan active. Let's go for the descent. Final approach checklist, just reviewing everything, minimums, runway condition. We can set that up right now because the runway will be dry. There it is, try 6, done, and we're gonna set the auto brake to the runway condition, brake action, that's what we want. I'm going to set it to good. Oh, I want the brake action actually.
Portugal 359 heavy, Madrid Center, expect Espo 6 Charlie, runway 35.
Espo 6, oh hold on, this is a different approach. Espo 6 Charlie. Not what I wanted, but alright.
Air Portugal 359 heavy.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Expect Espo 6 Charlie.
Ah, actually that's the one, yeah. Accepted.
Expect Expo 6 Charlie, runway 35, Air Portugal 359
We just need to know if they're going to allow us to the RNAV approach.
Center, easy 64 Charlie Lima, flight level 380.
So let's go back here to our approach. So we are going to perform the Espo 6 Charlie, this approach right here. And now we need just the airport data for Porto. Parking stands. Yeah, this one, and then this one as well. Not actually, but this is not the one. Just that one then. Alright. So now let's go back here. And we're good to go. Alright, let's call it ready for descent.
Air Portugal 359 heavy, ready for descent.
Air Portugal 359 heavy, Espo 6 Charlie, runway 35, descent to flight level 220.
220.
Expo 6 Charlie, runway 35, descend to flight level 220, Air Portugal 359 heavy.
So this is open descent. We cannot go to manage descent because we are commanding the plane to descend before optimum top of descent. So we are now on open descent, and when that happens, we are always going to descend at 1,000 feet per minute. After we reach alter, we will intercept the managed descent path, and then we can go to managed descent. Little trivia for those learning the Airbus logics. I've never flown to Barton either. It looks like it's a regional airfield. Next flight, I'm going back to Madeira. Now, which plane will I take to Madeira? Good question. I'm planning on taking one specific plane which I can't really talk about because it's not available to me yet, but that's the one I'm planning. If not, the alternatives will be the 737, because I've not flown the 737 as much as I would like to, and I sometimes feel very rusty flying it, and that's not fair. It's such a great plane to fly. YouTube bugging? What's going on, Drexy? What kind of bug? Obrigado, Inês. Uma boa tarde. Abraço. Até a próxima. Yeah, Mirsha. I'm going to Madeira. It all depends on which aircraft. So, I'm probably going to take the 737. I'm going to pick an airline, probably Ryanair. We'll see. It's not some. I don't like to fly Ryanair as a passenger, but I keep flying them through these destinations because, yeah, they're the most proficient 737 airline in Europe right now. So might as well just take advantage of that. Let's filter out whatever is not for us. Abraço, Diniz, mais uma vez, tudo bom? So we got Aspor right there, flight level 110, that's the constraint we're going to follow. And why do I want to follow managed descent and not open descent? So right now it's on open descent. Why won't I follow? We should, Drexy. We should slam the landing for sure. I'm so eager to fly the MAX. It's such a shame that iFly doesn't update their plane. They're really taking their sweet time, and meanwhile the plane's becoming irrelevant. But I really want to fly the iFly 737 MAX again. I have it on my anchor, I just can't be bothered to fly with so many bugs and missing features. Right, there we go. Let's see, do you accept managed descent? Not yet. We really need to cross that threshold there. We are descending, we're just on open descent. It's restricted to 1,000 feet per minute. As you can see, the managed descent little performance green circle is coming down, so it's 10, 9, and then we'll start approaching our path. And when that happens, we can request managed descent, and it will follow it down to the assigned altitude. There it comes. Let's see, can we press it now? Not yet. We're still on open descent. And now we're pressing descent, and it's capturing, see? So it's now on managed descent, although there's a little ball there missing. But I think the 350 doesn't have the ball, it just tells you here. So when we press the knob, it goes to OP descent, that's open descent. But once you want to go to manage descent, you just press the knob in and it goes to DES. So it's confirmed here, although there's no performance little ball there. This is a little different from the conventional or classic Airbus, if you want.
Quality 2 Mike November, Madrid Center.
So we will get to flight level 110 for sure.
Tower 05 Echo, runway 04, quality 2 Mike November.
So how different is the A350 from the A320 or A340 or A330? It's slightly different because this is a touchscreen, so that's always going to be a difference, a huge difference. I would say this plane is more familiar to the A380 pilots than any other Airbus because the panels share the same layout more or less between the A380 and the A350. But everything that you learn how to fly the A330, this airplane shares a type rating with the A330. So if you know how to fly the 330, you'll be alright flying the 50. It's only a matter of finding stuff in different places. That's it. It's more or less like you know the logics between the 777, for example. You will fly the 787 pretty good. The things are just a little different on different places. Or between the 737 Classic NG and the Max. It's just slightly different, but the philosophies are the same, the logics are the same, and you can even use the same checklists if you wish. I definitely have one paper checklist for 737s that that can be used on the Classics and on the Max. Yeah, we're also just about going to Lisbon airspace. There it is. We're just coming across the border pretty soon. We're above Orels. I actually know a lot of people that like to go north here. Not just for vacation, but actually to purchase fuel as well. Not kidding. Let's go back to the charts here. So remember, we're waiting for the RNAV approach. Beautiful. Let's go outside a little bit to enjoy this twilight moment. So this is more or less after sunset. Look at that. How beautiful is this? Beautiful plane, beautiful sun or lighting. Still spewing some contrails, not chemtrails. Oh, we just went through the threshold. How about that? Got shy. Alright, let's turn on the wing lights. I turn it off for some reason. Anyway, it's like Airbus tells us to. 200.
Descend to flight level 200, Air Portugal.
Oh, there's some weather. Some mild weather, nothing more than green. That means it'll there might be some drizzle, but not actual rain. We got some tailwind, which is always good. We've been flying virtually for about 1 hour and 40 minutes, more or less. That's about 2 hours, between 2 hours and 2 hours and 20 minutes of flight, depending on the wind.
Descend to flight level 140, Air Portugal 359 heavy.
So again, we are on managed descent. There are 3 modes to descend. So there's managed descent, which is the one we're at right now. If I press this button aft, push, or in this case pull the button aft, I'll be in open descent, just like we were previously. And if I press this knob here, it will be on vertical speed. The only major difference between these modes is this one, so managed descent is obeying to the FMS calculations for descent, which is always the preferable approach because it can also follow these constraints. On open descent, it will not follow the constraints, but it will still try to manage the speed as best as it can. It will fix itself on 1,000 feet on the descent. You can increase or decrease depending on the constraints, but it will always disobey constraints. It will continue to descend, be below or climb above. Well, in this case we're descending. It will always descend below the constraints. It will not follow constraints. And then vertical speed. It's the least desirable mode because it will give you the ability to select a specific descent speed, but it will not offer any protections. Air Force One is heading to China. Alright. Let's go to Lisbon Center.
Contact Lisbon Centre 119.55 Air Portugal 359 heavy. Have a good evening. Lisbon Centre, Air Portugal 359 heavy, descending via Spore 6 Charlie, flight level 195.
Air Portugal 437 X-ray Lisbon Centre. Expect S by 4 Bravo runway 20. Expect S by 4 Bravo runway 20. Air Portugal 437 X-ray. Air Portugal 359 heavy Lisbon Centre radar contact.
That was a different Air Portugal, just got me. I was almost believing that they were changing the runway for me, but this is a different aircraft. It's the 437 X-ray Air Portugal. It's a different airplane. Always pay attention to the call signs. It's not always about you guys. I should know better than that. I need to pay attention to the call signs every time.
Cross PR 655 at or above flight level 070 and descend to flight level 060.
Cross PR 655 at above flight level 070, then descend to flight level 060 Air Portugal 359 heavy.
So we are to continue our descent to flight level 060 and cross PR 655 at or above 070. So let's just set that to 070 for now. 060, I mean. It will still follow the constraint. I just feel that that descent rate is a little optimistic on the ATC, because we'll definitely not be able to descend that low that fast. So our plane is right there right now. Let's zoom in a little bit here. There it is. Oh, thanks, Misha. Oh, that doesn't look good. There's rain up ahead. We do have the seatbelt signs on, so if anybody's walking in the cabin, they should. Just line up my track. Here we go. Much better. So we got some rain up ahead.
Air Portugal 437 X-ray S by 4 Bravo.
That's not us.
Runway 20. Report ready for descent. S by 4 Bravo runway 20 ready for descent. Air Portugal 437 X-ray. Air Portugal 437 X-ray descent to flight level 210. Descent to flight level 210. Air Portugal 437 X-ray.
If we want to rush this, we can go now to vertical speed and increase the descent rate if you're feeling anxious and you just want to go down faster. However, this will also increase our speed. So that's the trade-off. Vertical speed, there's always a trade-off of airspeed. So might as well stay in managed descent. We just need to be above flight level 070. I'm just going to pick up the RNAV approach. Still don't know if I got the RNP approach, but still. So at Akulu,
Air Portugal 673, Lisbon Center.
we should be at 4,000. So that's what we want to. That's where we want to be. We're going to be in the soup in a moment. However, some light rain in Porto. Let's just decrease the brightness now because it's too bright.
548 Extra Papa, contact Madrid Center 118.275, good day. Contact Madrid Center 118.275, Alpine 48 Extra Papa.
Alright, much better. Betsy, you can set up yours, come on. Alright, alright. Hold your panties. That's big soup up ahead, but it will then clear, and I think we're not going to get rain on the approach itself. Alright, so we're coming up on 10 thou, turning on external lights.
Subject 1 Mike Map, contact Madrid Center 118.275, have a good evening. Contact Madrid Center 118.275,
So seatbelts are on, we just need better reference.
Have a good evening. Air Portugal 359 Heavy, contact Porto
Whoa.
approach 120.9.
That was a flash if I ever seen one.
Contact Porto approach 120.901 Air Portugal 359 Heavy. Porto, Air Portugal 359 Heavy, flight level 100 with information uniform.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, Porto approach, QNH1019, expect the RNAV runway 35.
Alright, that's what I want.
Expect the RNAV runway 35 Air Portugal 359 Heavy.
RNAV approach. That's what we want. Apologies. Little cough. So you see the rain dissipated a little bit, at least on the radar. And we're in the soup. We're skimming the soup, just not in it yet. I think the weather will be fine. We'll see. There's a little plane right there. We're following the RNAV approach.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH1019.
Yeah, we're still going. We're descending 4,000.
4,000 feet, QNH 1019 Air Portugal 359
QNH 1019er. That's after the transition, which we don't have yet. So we got SLS selected. I still just want to descend. We're double the altitude where we should be, but the plane's telling me we're on performance, so I'm going to trust the plane for now. Right, we are at, let me see if I don't press, oops, I did press the wrong button here. My bad. I was just pushing the throttle a little bit further from me, and I accidentally pushed the flaps knob down. Don't let that happen on a real plane. I mean, the flaps is on the other side, so and you need to pull this little brake there to move it, but still, it could happen. We are going to go into the soup for a moment here. As you can see, we are entering a yellow zone. That's a mild turbulence zone, with rain, of course. Alright, let's go back to the RMP approach. There we are. Although it's not a precision approach, it is still fairly precise. In fact, I would say RMP approaches can be even more precise than ILS. It depends on the type of RMP, the precision level, I mean. Let's start our turn here, right on the soup. We seem to be avoiding the big clusters, but now I think it's unavoidable.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, cleared direct tackle, cross tackle at or above 4,000 feet, cleared RNAV runway 35.
Alright, we're clear for the RNAV.
Cleared direct echo, cross echo at or above 4,000 feet, cleared RNAV runway 35, Air Portugal 359 Heavy.
Yeah, it's inevitable, this soup right here. And as soon as we turn, we're going to activate the approach phase. I mean,
Porto, Ryanair 460 Whiskey, flight level 10 with the numbers.
oh my.
Ryanair 460 Whiskey.
Here comes the rain.
Approach to QNH 1019, expect the RNAV runway 35. QNH 1019, expect the RNAV runway 35, Ryanair
There's the rain.
Whiskey.
It's raining alright.
Porto White Star 6645 Heavy, good evening, 2,000 feet.
SLS is going to move soon.
Heavy, Porto departure identified, climb to flight level 150. Climb to flight level 150, White Star 6645 Heavy.
Let's go for the approach phase. We're on the approach phase now, so the plane will start to decelerate. Wow, why isn't it following? QNH 1015 set. Plane is not decelerating just now because it requires to decelerate first, so that's why. Speed check flaps 1.
All aircraft be advised information Victor now current QNH 1019.
Autopilot disconnect. So I activated the approach phase, but failed to do so. I don't know what the plane's trying to do, to be honest.
Altimeter setting.
1016 then.
Portugal 359 Heavy, contact Porto Tower 118.005.
Contact Tower 118.005, Air Portugal 359 Heavy.
Absolutely
Porto Tower,
missed the
Air
RNAV.
Portugal 359 Heavy, RNAV runway 25.
Air Portugal 359 Heavy, Porto Tower, continue.
Roger, Air Portugal 359 Heavy.
There's the runway there. I don't know what happened here.
Europa 249 Alpha, contact Porto departure 120.901. Contact Porto departure
try the approach mode again. Yeah, it's definitely not approach mode here.
2,500.
2,500 check.
Air Portugal 359 heavy, wind 310 degrees, 5 knots, runway 35 cleared to land.
2,000.
Runway
Clear to land.
35 cleared to land. Air Portugal 359 heavy.
I gotta review what's going on with this RNAV because it's definitely not good. Still too high. Gear down because I'm entering the buffet there.
One
1,000 check. Gear down. Still a bit too high. But we're on the right path.
Approaching 3,
Check.
5.
Check out the lateral and vertical deviation. It's all over the place. So
500.
something wrong with this RNAV approach.
100 above. 400.
Still a bit high.
Minimum 300.
Continue.
200.
Rain.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 10, 5.
Touchdown. Auto brake set. Reverses.
Auto brake.
Auto brake off.
Air Portugal 359 heavy, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. Air Portugal 359 heavy.
Idle. Flaps up. Not my best landing again, but I've had worse. Runway exit procedures.
Air Portugal 359 heavy, contact
Flaps up.
ground 1.04.
Ground 12.04 Air Portugal 359 heavy.
Start here. Let's request taxi to company gate.
French Post 3 Papa Oscar, contact Porto Tower 118.005. Over to Tower 118.005, French Post 3 Papa Oscar.
Air Portugal 359 heavy. Request taxi to assigned gate.
Air Portugal 359 heavy, taxi to stand 1 to via Echo Sierra 6 Bravo Sierra.
Taxi to stand 1 2 via Echo Sierra 6 Bravo Sierra. Air Portugal
Right, stand 1
359
2.
heavy.
Via Echo Sierra 6 Bravo Sierra. So Echo 1, Echo Sierra 6 Bravo Sierra. So Bravo. Probably over here. We'll see. Start AP here. That RNAV approach was a mess. You can see that the SLS is never armed, so there's something wrong here. Not sure what happened. I need to review this RNAV approach. I need to review the RNAV approaches on this plane, period. This was accomplished, checklist complete. Let's go back here to set up the parking checklist. unless there's a different procedure for this plane compared to other Airbuses. I did everything that I would do on a 320, but for some reason it didn't comply, and the SLS simply didn't arm. So on Airbus's A320s, we never press the approach button because the RNAV or RNP approach relies on data that's not available via the approach mode. But maybe on the 350 I do have to press the APPR. So brakes are hot. Let's turn on the brake fans. Yep, definitely hot because I needed to press that full-on brakes after exiting. Let me put it slow for you as well, Betsy. So we were looking for stand 12, and if I'm not mistaken, stand 12 is all the way on the other side of the apron. We don't need this anymore. So we need to carry on this taxiway. This is Echo still. And now we are going to turn right here, because that's the taxiway for those gates there. Lots of Ryanair planes, as you can see. Portugal is inundated with Ryanair currently. Yeah, but it's very rainy over Porto, to be honest, and I didn't expect that. So TCAS said normal. In fact, let's turn off the TCAS. We no longer need it. So stand by on TCAS. There. Yeah, that's alright. Clear that. As well as clear the brakes hot. The brake fan is already on. Alright, so I think it's the last gate to our left. Or one of the last gates. Maybe not the last gate. We got here in one piece to Porto. That's what matters. So let me just confirm. GSX got the gate 12. Yes, Sierra 12. It's got the right gate. Alright. So now we have Sierra 22. I would rather park there, but anyway. Sierra 2-1, Sierra 1-2, so it's this gate right here. And we're going to make a very tight left-hand turn. Leave it to the 350 to stop mid-turn. BDGS is alive. Slow down, slow down. Turn off the lights, external lights. There we go. Smooth like a baby's little butt. Come on. Far. Whoa, stop. Let's see if I can just put it a little back. No problem. Alright, parking brake set. We got APU, let's bleed it in. And shut down the engines. 1. and 2. Let's see. Can we request reposition aircraft? Alright, much better. Alright, so welcome to Porto. Let's put the chocks on, get that GPU available, toggle, slide to disarm, external power 1, external power 2, APU bleed off, APU master switch off. Let's check out our wheels. Are they still hot? Yep, they are very much hot. Look at that, 400 degrees. I did push those pedals quite hard, didn't I? Alright. Beacon off, and let's request deboarding.
Deboarding requested.
Well, the jetway works here. Alright, so let's go through the parking checklist.
EC51 Charlie Alpha at gate
Parking
11,
brakes
pushback and
are
engine
set.
start.
In fact, we need to. The
EC51
chocks
Charlie
are on.
Alpha,
We need
Porto
to.
ground, push back and engine start approved. Face east.
Wing lights
Pushback and engine start
off.
approved. Face east. EC51 Charlie Alpha.
They are off now. And fuel pumps to off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Done.
Fueling 6965.
Parking checklist complete.
Fueling 6965, Porto ground, push back and engine start approved. Face southwest.
Pushback approved. Face southwest. Fueling 6965.
Alright, welcome to Porto. It's a very rainy day in Porto. My apologies for the RNAV approach. Don't know, well, honestly don't know what happened there. But we're here, we arrived, that's what matters. Kind of a visual approach down there. RNAV approach apparently is either bugged or it may be bugged on this airport, because I did see something I don't see often in these RNAV approaches. This channel 92423 E35A on EGNOS. It is tuned here, but for some reason the SLS never captured it. So you see it's still parked, still never captured. It's exactly like it was. So yeah, don't know what happened there. My apologies. Honestly don't know what could have gone wrong with such an approach. It's usually pretty linear on the Airbuses, but not on this plane. Maybe it doesn't require a flight director, I'm not sure. Really not sure. So let me confirm the weather radar is, well, it is off on the selector here. Alright, so guys, welcome to Porto. Not the best day to be flying to Porto, as you can see, but we got here in one piece. This was the Inibuilds A350 flight from Manchester to Porto. Very uneventful flight until the approach, unfortunately. Let me just turn down the volume here. There. So like I was saying, a very uneventful flight except for the RNAV approach, which wasn't the best. Really didn't pick it up. I'm not sure what happened there. This was the Inibuilds A350 with the TAP Air Portugal colors. Only in our dreams would that happen, but still, there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you did enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. There's also a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description if you're, well, that's a big flash. If you're willing to donate, every money received will be reinvested in future add-ons, planes, scenery, you name it. As well as some pretty cool add-ons like the one I showed earlier, chase plane, pretty cool. So, thank you guys. Next flight will be out of Porto to Madeira, that much is said. I'm only hesitant about the aircraft I'm going to use. We'll see. Either plane I'll choose, it will be a nice flight, hopefully much better than this one. This RNAV approach was not my best. See you guys next time, and as always, guys, remember, if you're feeling blue, remember there's a bigger blue up there. That's the blue sky, and it's always shining because the sun always shines. See you next time. Until then, bye bye.
I love to fly up in the sky through the clouds.
Meanwhile, thanks Mirsha, thanks Drexy, thanks Ninish, thanks Andrew. Everybody's been joining throughout the live stream. Appreciate your visit. See you next time.
Guiding where I long to be. I'll spread my wings and chase the sun. No limits when the dreams begun. The world below fades out of sight as I soar into the light. The stars above begin to shine, painting trails so bright and fine. Every turn brings something new, endless skies in brilliant blue. The wind, it sings a melody, guiding where